Oh, I thought it was a pretty good idea.
I erupted for you and everything.
Yeah. I showed you my geyser. Please respond.
Welcome back to Bookend Gaming.
Hey.
I don't know why I started with a bleh, but I'm married.
Like you were rushing. You knew where the time was. I didn't.
Yeah. And that's Travis.
Oh, yeah. Did you actually introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's Eric. Sorry, I didn't hear you say it. So
and we're Bookend Gaming.
Okay, there we go. We're getting worse at this.
We are. We suck. What's that? Official report to the head goon?
The lead at the tip of my pencil snaps under the forest, leaving a skid mark streaking across the page.
What's that?
Don't you ever talk to me like that.
What's that?
Yeah.
Like she didn't hear what she said.
Yeah. Oh, there was, it's been like a couple days since
Right.
we recorded the last one.
Yeah.
This is
we'll go
all
with that.
live. Comment, and I'll respond to it. That is correct, commenter.
Yeah.
I hope he didn't put something terrible. Journal. Sorry to disappoint.
Hitler was an okay guy.
No, it's not correct. Her ears twitch at the mention of journal.
What kind of journal? For documenting information? Studies? Lovers?
Just a journal. I use it to wring out the last few drips of dams I give. Keeps me anchored to reality. Could they not say fucks? Sorry, are we not?
Probably not.
Because it just seems like fucks I give would have made more
Right.
sense there.
I don't know, they probably tried to keep it PG.
Yeah, well, I don't do that.
Nope.
I look up at her, tracing my way from her black roots to her blue hair, down to the frosted white tips. Her hair looks like a waterfall pouring over a cliff.
Well, thank you.
I wonder why that is. And boy, oh boy, do I need that.
My waterfalls?
She deflates, as if I'm the one responsible for sucking out all the wonder and curiosity in the world.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Oh, God. I didn't know you could do that.
Suppose I should be proud of you, though.
Because I know how to read and write. I keep writing. Don't bother looking up.
After all, how many of you suits actually know how to write?
Yep, pretty much. God damn it, I can't help myself. You think we're dumb?
I think you're uneducated.
Look, I'm not wild about my coworkers either.
Glad we're in agreement.
Don't you interrupt me. But give us some credit, or at least give me credit. You know what a school is, right?
Something I assume you didn't go to?
Ha 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 ha. No, bitch. For me, school was years worth of crap I had to sludge through to even get a sniff.
And was it worth it?
The question is like a splash of cold water to the face.
I'm sorry.
That happens sometimes. It forces me to decide on whether I want to give the easy answer or the answer that lurks in the back of my heart. Popular opinion is a giant no. It might be if people cared, but they don't. And even if I thought it was, if those people are the ones I'm protecting this land for, nothing will ever make it worth it. Yosemite yawns, her face slumped against her cheek in boredom. She returns to her book.
You're boring.
Yeah.
Wow. I was almost expecting something insightful.
Don't like the answers? Don't ask the questions.
It's not the answers that bother me, it's the rotten little mind behind them.
God, these are catty bitches. Lightning cracks between us. We glare at each other in silence. My eyes will roll out of my head before I blink. It's like Lily and what's her face?
Yeah, right. She's an A.
Yeah. Why couldn't I think of Shizune? She's an A.
We've been playing her route.
I know. I was like Lily and Sasuke.
Yeah, Sasuke.
Sasuke.
That's you.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Sorry. She's not on the screen, so I got confused.
No, that is weird.
You can duke it out after breakfast. Time to chow down. Yellowstone swoops in with 2 platters of fluffy, stacked pancakes. A thin slice of butter slides across both of them, melting down the sides and mixing with the syrup.
They're flapjacks. Duh.
I poke at the pancakes with my fork. Is it poison?
Shit.
She's onto
Girl,
us.
it's too smart.
It seems safe. In fact, it looks delicious. Like a picture ripped straight out of a menu before you get the real soggy thing. Cutting a pie-shaped sliver off, I dip it into the shallow pool of syrup that's accumulated at the sides of the plate. Why not? If it's poison, at least it's going to taste amazing. You don't know that.
You don't know that yet.
Yeah. I take the plunge. Warm sugar drizzles down my tongue. The rich butter oozes out of the pancakes as I chew. There's a hint of crispiness from the slightly charred rings around the sides of the cake.
God, I'm hungry now.
I'm like turned on. Balancing out the taste of the sugar.
Horny and hungry.
It practically dissolves in my mouth. I swallow.
Oh, well, there at that.
Well, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That's what I say after a girl says that, too.
A moan slips out of me. Almost a gasp. It would be embarrassing if this weren't so shocking or delicious. Oh my god.
This is how you're going to win her over.
Yeah. That is how you win a woman over. Feed her sugary pancakes.
Yeah.
Yellowstone giggles. Like it? Unable to resist, I dive in for the next piece. I nod as I talk through the food. Yeah, it's sort of amazing. How'd you even...
The syrup is from my head.
Oh, God. I'm basically the chef around here. She beams with a proud smile. And the maid, and the dishwasher, and the laundry... You could say that I'm a jack of all trades. Master of them, too.
Yosemite's just been sitting over there with her mouth open for the past 5 minutes.
I'll say, what did you even put in this?
Marijuana.
Yeah. I was going to say acid.
Yeah.
Trade secret. Yosemite flips to the next page.
It's brown butter.
No fair.
Oh, no. She's mad.
A dark cloud of steam trails out from the opening in her head. I think I smell sulfur.
Oh, shit.
Well, whatever it is, it's delicious. I wash down the shock with coffee. Thanks. Yellowstone's eyes grow to be as large as the platters that the pancakes are on. You really mean that? Thanks? I mean, it's just...
No one's ever complimented me before.
Yeah, no one ever says thanks?
Yeah.
Would she prefer I tell her to piss off? Yeah. I was just planning on living off canned sausages while I was here.
Whoa!
Jesus.
Censor that shit.
It's glistening.
She's a squirter, folks.
Tears creep out to the corner of her eyes, a whimper. Then a geyser of water erupts from her head. Whoa!
Oh. And then she just shoves her head into the geyser and absorbs it.
Oh, God. I don't want to... I don't know if I want to see that. Holy smokes, I didn't think being complimented would feel so good. You're a good gal, huh? Oh, sorry. The water umbrella's over as she moves in for a one-armed hug.
You ruined my pancakes.
Not overly fond of hugs or getting my uniform soaked with tears before work or touching, I scoot away in my chair. Ah, that gives me an idea. She bounces back like a spring. The whiplash gives me a concussion. What if, and stay with me here, instead of us leaving, or you leaving, or anyone leaving, what if we just live together?
That is the logical solution.
Yeah, that is the anime solution.
Absolutely not.
Like last night, but every night? Just give it a think. We already had a solid setup here. We could keep the place nice and tidy while you're wage slaving away all day. I'm too stunned to outright decline with any kind of resolve. Shameless naivety, the kind tied with a bow and given to you, is impossible to answer with harsh realism. It's genuine and it's familiar. And if the food will always be this good, maybe the idea isn't...
Say, at least keep Yellowstone there.
Right?
She's the one that cooks and does laundry.
Yeah. She'll do all the work. Isn't what, Eve? Isn't going to happen because that's the only thing it is. Gotcha, split personality.
Mm-hmm.
Remember why you're here. Look outside, look at the land you love, and look at the scavengers that stomp all over it. We have to kill them all. Now remember why you're here.
When she runs into pup, that's when her split other personality comes out.
Yeah.
It's just like Smeagol right now.
I'm only here because it's my job. Last I checked, woodland sprites aren't on the payroll. The pancakes were good, but I'm still radioing this in. Yellowstone's excitement is stuffed out like a candle. Aw, I thought it was a pretty good idea.
I erupted for you and everything.
Yeah. I showed you my geyser. Please respond. Yosemite heaves a small sigh of relief.
Stop scaring me like that. I've had more than enough of Miss Misery.
Whoa!
I'll say, where'd she go?
Before I can bite back, Zion scampers up to get mushrooms, I think. Zion scampers up to Yellowstone with a cutting board. The blue bird from earlier picks up the dried mushrooms that line the board. Or she went to go get the cutting board, apparently.
Does that mean we'll have to find a new home?
Don't do this to me. She stares down at the mushrooms dejectedly, but Yellowstone reassures her with a smile. Don't worry. Yosemite knows lots of neato places to hide. We can trust her to take care of us like always.
I have to go back to the orphanage, don't I?
Please don't make me go back there.
We'll be back soon. She won't last long.
She leans into the table and locks eyes with me.
Because I'll kill you. It's the eyes. They're almost as dull and lifeless as the others.
I don't give her an inch, remaining flat and unblinking. Your flapjacks are going to get dull and lifeless if you don't eat them soon. Yellowstone shuts Yosemite's book and scoots the platter forward. Like a sponge, this pancake has absorbed most of the butter and syrup. With a futile grasp, yeah, Yosemite stretches for the book, but it's just out of reach. She sulks, then stabs the pancakes with a fork.
And inhales it whole. I was reading that. Now I'll have to find my place again.
Too smart for a bookmark?
No, I told you I could read a book in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll just read back to that point in like 30 seconds.
Smarter than you.
We both take a bite out of our pancakes. Between chewing, I give her the fakest, most plastic grin I can manage, forcing the dimples until it hurts. She does it right back. It's like staring into a twisted funhouse mirror.
I'm you, but prettier.
Yeah. And more interesting. It ain't a big deal, yo. Your brainiac butt has read all these books at least 50 times by now.
It is a big deal. You'd be surprised by how much you don't pick up on the first time around.
Guess you're not that good at reading.
Or the second, or the third.
Her gaze drifts over to Zion, who is now crouched down with Pup, letting him sniff the mushrooms. A touch of sadness flashes through her eyes.
Damn, these look good.
For the first time, I notice the bags under them.
Or how much you forget. What'd you say? I forgot. You're still talking?
She's talking about rereading books. Too bad Eve isn't sticking around long enough for us to use her credit card. You could have ordered tons more books.
That's what this is.
Yeah, I see.
And groceries. More fresh veggies, please.
We're in the forest. Get your own veggies. I'm sorry, what? Yosemite sips at her tea and shrugs.
Just be happy you goons are useful for something. They usually cancel the card after the first couple charges.
I try to choke.
Jesus.
I try to choke back a chuckle. You freaking con man. But it comes out as a snort. This probably isn't the kind of stuff I should condone, but the image of someone like Ernie opening their monthly statement to see an unexpected charge of $600 brings me more joy than it probably should. And honestly, screw Ernie. Guy's a jerk. Tugging at Yellowstone's jacket, Zion raises the cutting board up as a reminder.
Omelet! I'm gonna croak from hunger.
Yosemite winces at croak.
I'm sorry, I said your trigger word.
Yeah. My whole family was killed by frogs.
Yeah. We both went there.
Yeah.
Please stop teaching her your second language.
But Yellowstone ignores her. She bends down and takes the board, her expression melting into one of complete adoration as she gushes over Zion. Are we close to time, or?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Okay. Sorry. Do you want spinach on it too?
Ew. Mm-hmm. Don't cook it with butter, though. Too much MSG.
You don't know what MSG is. Because I don't know what MSG is.
Mitochondria Sodio-glucate.
Do you actually know that?
Nope, just made up a word.
Okay. That sounded right.
I meant to say glucose, though.
Yeah, it's close enough. You sure? I want you to have enough energy to go hiking with me later.
I don't think so. After you're done here, there's a whole lot of cleaning up you have to do.
We're all sitting real close together. Give me a break. I just swept the other day.
And now the kitchen is a disaster zone. You erupted everywhere.
Yeah.
Clean before we leave.
Grumbling to herself, Yellowstone slouches back to the kitchen. Maybe things wouldn't get dirty so quickly if you actually rinsed your dishes.
What was that?
Gah, nothing, Chief.
Don't make me beat you again.
Don't make me get my belt. Yosemite returns to her book, occasionally picking at her pancakes.
I will shove a cork in your head.
When she's positive Yosemite isn't looking, Yellowstone pokes her tongue out at her. It's weird. I wouldn't expect some kind of hierarchy to exist among them, but Conehead and the Pixie seem to revere her as like a big sister. All that's missing is her flipping through a nature magazine while hogging the phone. Girls still do that, right? Yeah, teenage girls love them nature magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Must be pretty gripping if you can't tear yourself away from it for more than 5 seconds.
It's not. Just some accounts from a miner that passed through these parts a long time ago. But it helps.
With your research? Her brow furrows and she gives me a side-eyed glance.
Want to tell me how you know that? We'll find out why she knows that
Oh.
next time.
Well, sorry, I already read it.
No, you didn't.
Well, not out loud. I read super fast, all right?
Oh, right.